Alrighty. People walking around thinking, what the hell is going on?
4 o'clock in the morning, these guys are doing their checking noises. What is these crackhead motorcyclists doing at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Psychos. What are we doing at 4 o'clock in the morning? It's nuts.
I wonder if I could buy some of that meth from those motorcycles. I'm closing the shield.
Can you still see with your shield down?
Nope.
That's overrated.
But I'm barely conscious anyway, so.
4 o'clock. It's like too late to stay up and too early to get up.
Unless you're doing a sync ride.
That's right. Sync the world.
In which case, your breath smells like the crack of a.
What? What?
You're on? Are you on?
Yeah, I'm on.
I don't see a blinker. No, that's the. I'm thinking Hero 3 settings. No, I think we just took a picture. It's 4 o'clock. Give us a break. Holy moly, look at the light on this bad boy. That's
or the lack thereof.
That's a light and a half. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, you know what?
Turn it on.
Well, that's the high beat. Oh, that's the horn.
Your neighbors are gonna hate you.
We will do this for the sync ride, baby. This is the time. Was it 4 o'clock? I'm not making any sense.
What did you take some of them before you?
I feel like I just got out of the dentist. My mouth is like poofy for some reason. Maybe I had a dream that I just went to the dentist. I was tempted just to come out here, when it got dark.
Oh, right.
And then there would be like, being a Saturday night or a Friday night or what was it? It was Friday yesterday. Gosh. Being a Friday night, there would have been like an absurd amount of traffic. So by the absolute zeroness of traffic over here, where I could like go into the other lane.
Yeah, let's go down whatever the street this is, Boulevard.
Boulevard.
Yeah, we can get some lighting.
Being a kind of a small town, I think they turned some of the lights off.
No, it's just
because it's such a ridiculous hour. Only people going to Walgreens for their prescription panty liners are. What am I even talking about?
Look at all those green lights.
I know.
Drive down the middle of the road.
That is kind of cool. I want to drive down the middle of the road right behind you.
Yeah. You can only do that at St. George at 4 a.m.
I want to ride in the median, like through the bushes on the median. Because otherwise, what good are dual sport bikes if you can't ride through the bushes in the median at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't have my watch on, but you guys, it's true. It is 4 o'clock in the morning. We are doing this, and it is 4 o'clock for a good cause.
For a good cause. So what is the cause? Let's talk about that.
What is the cause? I like how you're trying to get on topic when I'm still trying to wake up.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. So, now Brent, do you ever struggle with depression?
I never struggle with it. I mean, I get bummed out, but I wouldn't say that I ever struggle with depression. So let me ask you some questions. I mean, I know you've had bouts of depression and stuff.
Yeah.
So, what's it like? I mean, can you tell that it's onset, or can you tell the symptoms of it, or?
The thing is, I've been on a pretty good streak for a while. Whoa, are those some dealers back there? Dirty dealing, cash dealing?
Really?
Nope. Back on topic. Don't care if they're dealing. and you know what? The downswing, my big downswing just kind of started recently. So I'm actually kind of in the middle of it, remarkably feeling good at 4 a.m. Maybe that's some kind of a scientific breakthrough. There can be some triggers that make things bad, like if you succumb to addiction, or if, sometimes it's the smallest of things, and I think that's when you know that it's kind of legit.
Yeah.
And, I just released a video that's doing quite well, and...
Yeah, that's an awesome video, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
People are being really nice about it, and I don't even have like the gumption, I don't know what it is. I don't even have the motivation to like go and say thank you or comment yet. So
I haven't commented on it either, so until just right now.
yeah, there's your comment. It works for
Yeah,
me.
that's my comment. There's no reply required.
You know, it just takes all motivation out of just about everything. And there's some big, exciting things on the horizon.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to just keep it really, yay, you know. And keeping up appearances is hard sometimes. Are we flipping to you here?
You know, let's go by the Dixie Rock.
We're going up.
There's a lot of people that really don't know jack about depression. You know, people would say, so you're bummed out, you know, just get over it or whatever.
You know, that's really frustrating, you know, when people say that. Or, okay, so here's what I wanted to talk about now that my consciousness is slowly, you know.
Slowly.
No, I'm not really asleep anymore. This is good. Robin Williams' death. I read an article on the good old, super, ultra-conservative, kind of wingnut Matt Walschsehschchk blog, which sometimes I like and sometimes I don't. Just like everybody should, because everybody should have different opinions. Form different opinions. But anyway, he was saying that suicide is always a choice, and Robin Williams' death was a choice, and you should never ever commit suicide. And you know what? I agree, because you don't want to commit suicide.
Right, yeah.
But for people who are suicidal, it's not just like, hey, I think I'll commit suicide today because I'm gonna be poopy or whatever. Let me tell a quick story that will equate suicide to what it really is, what's really happening, okay? One time, a long time ago, I was in a psychology class. We went to the Utah State Hospital, which is a mental facility, and we talked to a guy, and he seemed like he was totally in his right mind. Super nice guy, telling us a story about his wife and his kids and how everything was going great until Satan told him to kill his wife with a pencil. And he stabbed his wife several hundred times with a pencil until she was dead. That's super disturbing, and I realized that.
Yeah.
He had a choice, didn't he? He had a choice to kill his wife or not. Now, he did have a choice, but did he really have a choice? The devil, in his mind, told him to do that, and it was schizophrenia. How much of a choice did he really have? Well, he still had a choice, but the schizophrenia was definitely a big player in that decision. Am I correct?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's some disturbing stuff. So when a person kills themselves, whether bipolar or depression, they're struggling with some massive delusions going on. And, you know, I believe Robin Williams or anybody else who's a victim of suicide, yes, there is choice, but you guys, it is a debilitating disease, and it makes you think like you're worth nothing.
Yeah.
But anyway, people who have no idea what it feels like, people just don't know.
Right.
I don't know how bad it gets for some people, and I'm sure some people don't know how bad it gets for me, and there's probably, you know, tons of varying stages. But, you know, basically, it is a mental disorder where you think that you're completely worthless, and it's not worth anything to be alive.
Yeah.
You know, there is an element of choice always, and it's really hard to see somebody go through that and select that, you know, the easy way out, I guess you could say. But realize that is a result of the disease, and there is a choice, but it's definitely not a rational choice, because nobody would make that choice to defy that, you know, survival logic.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's tough. I mean, I had a friend, co-worker, when it's been about 25 years ago, and one day, you know, we got the word that he'd killed himself. I had no idea that he had depression or anything. We were really close, but it was just a surprise. And so, you know, if you have somebody close to you or that you know that can commit suicide, it comes as a shock. First of all, you don't understand the thought process that goes into it.
Right.
I mean, is there a thought process that...
I'm sure there is, and it's a thought... Oh! It's a thought process that unfortunately has gone through my mind way too often.
Yeah.
And that is, oh, this world would be so much better off without me. I'm just a drain. And you know what? A little tiny bit of rational thought can save your life.
Yeah.
And so I don't really want to debate Matt Walsh, and I don't want to debate people who say that religion can cure depression. I believe that religion can play a big part in helping people with depression, but just like medicine or anything like that, it takes a lot.
Yeah. All right. So you're let's say you're in that position, with those thoughts. Do you just find yourself with those thoughts, or can you feel like some triggers before that, or? I mean, if you're suffering with depression, what's your best course of action?
The best course of action is to get whatever help you can get. And that could mean some therapy, that could mean some meds that would usually go along with the therapy. That could mean more time, honestly, doing the things that you love. People with depression or people with any mental illness seek out things that help them to feel. So I have people in my life who I won't talk about, name by name or anything like that. But people will cut themselves, or people will become addicts of one thing or another, sex or drugs or alcohol or whatever. They'll become severely addicted just so they can feel something.
Yeah.
Well, in my case, I am kind of addicted to motorcycling.
Right, well, yeah.
Doing things that you love, things that you really do have a passion for, and things that do help you feel. Motorcycling is fantastic because it engages so many senses. And, right now we feel the cold and everything like that. And then family,
Yeah.
And another biggie is, if you know somebody with depression, or you know somebody who might be struggling with it, and kind of hasn't, come out of that closet yet, if you're dealing with somebody who might be suicidal or whatever, for me anyway, the bring back to reality is huge. If somebody's telling you really kind of negative thoughts, you'll see a pattern of delusion.
Yeah.
And then it's like, whoa, hold on. And that's just as weird, or it should be just as alarming as if somebody was like, hey, I see Bob Hope hanging out next to you, or hey, the devil just told me to stab somebody with some pencils. When somebody starts that irrational thought process where they're like, I'm worthless, I have no meaning. It's like that is some twisted thinking right there.
Yeah.
That's when you just step in and be like, okay, I need you to think rationally, because that's not the case.
Right.
Like, you mean the world to your kids, or you mean the world to, people you work with, or there's every human being in this world has worth. And the funny thing is, a person with depression will see the worth and the greatness in everybody else but themselves.
Yeah.
And that's where the delusion lies. That is the stab somebody with a pencil hundreds of times type of thinking. Wow, if you're new to my channel and you're thinking, what was this crap? Well, this is what usually happens. We go around on motorcycles, we talk to each other.
We stop at green lights.
Stop at green lights, wait till they go yellow, and then go through.
We just do what we want.
That's right, we do what we want. Even though our destination is not through said red light.
We just run them just because.
We break the law because we're hardcore like that.